Okay, so we have a front view. Let's work and start going down through and creating the right side view. So a lot of this is just going to be projection. So I already know the base of my part. I'll just create a stopping point for the base of the part. I know the height on this one end, and then I know the height of this piece. Just drawing some of the heights, transferring those over into the side view is the easiest piece right now to come up with the projection. Then I got to figure out where all of these are located. So if I start on the back side of the part, full length of the part, it's 7 inches along the base. So let's just do 7 inches. That's the base height. So I know at least that much of my part in length. Now, it appears that pieces are sticking out. So on the back end, the end of the shaft area that's coming off the back is 0.38. That's in addition to the 0.7. So back there, we're going to have that sticking out at least 0.38. Now, of course, it's not there. I'm just trimming just so I can keep it in my mind where it's at. And then from that end all the way to the other end is supposed to be 7.76. So essentially, this component on this side sticks out and is this much of the part. Now this piece is only related to that one raised body. And the location of it is 2.76 from this front edge. So that is where this piece actually starts in this view. So I can trim that down. And then it is 3 inches long. So kind of trimming up and just locating each of those shapes. And the base of it is to here. It will probably all have a bunch of radius rounds, and we'll get to that in a minute. Go ahead and trim that out so you can kind of see. So we have the shape on the end, which is this sticking out. We have the base, and now we have this sticking up. So this piece, how far does that go from front to back? It shows it as 0.76. So it looks like that. It is connected and hitting that base. So it does kind of overlap and go down past the base. And that's where this fillet came in across here. So it comes over, goes back into it, and then that sticks out that far. So again, we're going to have a series of holes. So we know we have a main hole. That is where the shaft is going. And then we also have these hidden edges for the holes that are going in, and the depth of those, if you recall, was 0.62. So from the front, these only go back 0.62 into the part. Okay, so kind of working our way, each little piece one by one. Now, of course, this is tangent and comes down and then hits another arc, but you don't actually see any of that in the side view. So The only thing we're going to see is where this edge comes down, but we're not going to see any other lines other than the hidden lines coming in. So we definitely want to make sure we have a center line drawn in. I'm just going to go ahead and start a center line that runs all the way through the part, and it hangs out, since this is in inches, an 1/8 inch past the edges. So I'm just kind of grabbing those grips and stretching that things out an extra 1/8 of an inch. So that gives me the center line all the way along. Again, we know we have an edge, or a hole, I'm sorry, that goes through this piece. And go ahead and trim that up. They are not supposed to be center lines, they should be hidden, so I'll change those. And the easy way to draw that center line is go to your annotate, grab center line, and it'll automatically stick it out past the edge, 0.125. Okay, so the next feature now that we were trying to create is that flat face on this side. So it is located 4.76 from this edge. So we're going to offset 4.76, and I'm seeing this in that isometric on the left. It does have the center line on the same center line, so that's why we needed the center line. We have a diameter of 2. Sorry, that should be object. Myself back on the object layer here. And then we have another hole on that side with a diameter of the 1.25. And then it is a counter bore, and it has a certain depth. So if I were going to project that now back to the side view, take the outer diameter, it would be hidden. And the depth of the object is going to be 2.5, but I've got to figure out how far that sticks out first. And I did not look to see if I could find that dimension. So I'll still come back to that. So anyway, so now from there on the 2-inch diameter, we do have 2 more threaded holes, 0.375 in diameter. So we'll draw circles, diameter 0.375. Typed the wrong number in the first time, sorry. Apparently I typed it in the second time wrong as well. Circle, that intersection, diameter 0.375. There we go. So now we have both of those, and then from there a radius of 0.38. Same circle center. .38, and then again running tangent from that outer 3-inch circle or 2-inch circle down to that radius 0.38 circle. And then we can go ahead and trim, and then we'll do the top one. So it's a little bit easier to see what we're creating here. Next circle here, radius 0.38, and then tangent from smaller circle to this larger circle. And then again, we'll go back in and trim. And I am picking my own cutting edges, so if you see me move my cursor back to that command line, it's because I'm picking cutting edges. That way I don't have to trim all these little tiny segments. I just pick the 2 and I'm done with my trimming. So that becomes the center line for that. Now I can project that overall height back to the side view, which it looks like it lines up directly with the bottom of that. Just double checking, but I'm pretty sure they're right on top of each other. So that bottom here is also this line. Now, how far does it stick out past the edge? Okay, at some point I'm going to see that dimension, and I know you're probably watching me and thinking, I don't know why she can't see that. I see it as plain as day. But I am literally just crazily not seeing how far